Somebody once asked me a question. What if I want to write, but I just don't see how I can make a whole lot of money from writing my biography? My answer is simple. Some things are worth more than money. Yes, my friend, a couple of things are worth a lot more than money, and one of them happens to be your biography. And why do I say that? Yes, there are ways you can earn from your biography if you wish to. You might not earn millions like some famous people, but certainly there are ways you can earn if that is important to you. However, there are also many potential benefits of having a written and published life story that are not monetary. For example, for you to have your family tree written down so that generations later, descendants can actually say, I know the name of my great-great-great-grandfather because somebody took the time to write it down. I know where they came from. I know where they lived. They were born, lived, and died. We look at things and we say, wow, sometimes. The current US President, Joe Biden, was sworn in on a family Bible. My understanding is that Bible has been in his family for generations. And we look at that, history enthusiasts, and we say, wow. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start writing those things down. A friend of mine sent me a quote from a book she was reading saying something about, we always think we want to be good children, we want to be good grandchildren, but we should also want to be good ancestors, right? We want to be good to those coming after us. You want to have preserved history for them. There's not a great likelihood that your child will ever meet your great-great-grandfather, but you may know one or two things about the person. You could write it down and save it for your family, for posterity. I think that is just so special, and some things are just more valuable than money. For your children to be able to look and say, this is what dad or mom did in their 30s, and to take it as a roadmap for them when they get to a similar point in life, I think that is highly valuable. Because when your children are young adults, they're so busy living their lives, you actually have to be pretty intentional to spend a good deal of time with them, or to spend any time with them, because they're raising kids, they're working, they're early to mid-career. They don't have a lot of time to come hang out with you. And so the time when you want to share the most, you may find that's when you have the least access to them. And so having written down what you did in your 30s and 40s, having a roadmap for them can be highly, highly useful. You don't want them to reinvent the wheel if they can help it. You want them to learn from mistakes you made. And so to have the chance to do that, I think is worth more than money. And these are just some examples that come to mind. So please, my friend, do not think that it's all about money. There is so much more that you and people who know you could gain from your life story. If you are a diasporian individual, and what do I mean? I mean if you are first or second generation immigrant to a place, that means children coming after you are not going to know a whole lot about the homeland. They won't know a whole lot about how people lived, how people died, the cultures, and so on. And yes, it may not be useful, it may not be important to everybody, but you just never know which person in that family is actually going to want that information and start looking around for it. So here again, your story could come in very useful. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to know what you think about this. I consider this very important. I'm very eager to learn what others think about how there can be non-monetary benefits from writing your life story. I'll see you in my next video.